Can AI music be better than human music? The best AI music tools are out there already, and songwriters are scared of them. Could songwriters and musicians lose their jobs because of AI music? Maybe, but it depends on how much these tools grow in the next years. Google released Music LM, an AI model that generates music from simple text descriptions. Think of ChatGPT, but instead of getting text, you get a song like this. Isn't that impressive? You can type in prompts like a calming melody backed by a distorted guitar riff, and in less than a couple of seconds it'll create music at 24 kHz that remains consistent over several minutes. Here are some of their sample prompts and sounds. But what makes this tool even better for creating AI music is that you can also type in timestamps to manipulate the generated music. It will take more prompt engineering skills than basic ChatGPT, but it's still relatively easy to master. Another interesting music AI program is openai, which translates code into audio. The trick is combining it with an AI text generator like ChatGPT. You can have ChatGPT write the code with some clever prompts, and you can then paste the prompt into openai to create your song. It might crash your computer the first couple of tries, but you can direct the program to create some fantastic video game sounding music afterward. Not bad, isn't it? There are also other AI music tools that focus on lyric generation rather than creating melodies. And while we all know that ChatGPT can also be used for lyric generation, it's not as powerful as Wave AI's Lyric Studio. Wave AI allows you to write about any topic in any genre. It has infinite smart suggestions and adapts to your songwriting style. You can set the mood to sad, love, joy, and longing, and the genre to rap, country, pop, and much more. Just look at it. This AI is the master of creating lyrics. She gave this guy full, powerful lyrics in 2 minutes, and it goes like that.
Just relax, I belong, obtaining out, taking out. Ting the sunset, ting the sunset.
Mileage may vary on the usefulness of this tool though, as some songwriters claim that its suggestions could have been better. The kind of tripe I might have written when I was 12, said a user in an interview with Vice Mag. But all of these amazing music AI tools beg the question, will artists change the way they create music due to AI? Music producers and songwriters have a new companion, or a possible competitor, in the form of an AI bot. Opinions vary among industry producers, and many claim that current music AI is too inept at creating music. On the other side of the spectrum, others fear that the AI will get so good that it'll change the entire musical landscape. Many musicians and producers are outraged by the idea of AI being used in music creation. Why? AI may leave them without a job. They'll be as useless as a VHS tape in a VR convention. There's also widespread fears that AI music could cause the musical industry to explode. With a lowered barrier of entry, it might grow with repetitive sounds and styles. But really, every listener decides for themselves what type of music they enjoy. Consumers would only turn away if there were enough music in a genre. But if writers can use ChatGPT for better productivity instead of being replaced by it, why not musicians? Couldn't they also use AI music generators for more productivity? Well, music is different from writing. Some feel that using AI to create music is cheating. One Reddit songwriter and multi-instrumentalist commented how he was excited about this software. He had many song ideas that he can't record at a high quality due to price or time or other issues. But then another musician once said in a Facebook group that they'd set themselves on fire rather than using AI. Regardless, there are many interesting use cases for AI music, such as resurrecting dead artists and their vocals for more work. Reincarnated releases with AI. In 2021, an organization called Over the Bridge drew attention to the music industry's mental health issues. To do so, they integrated AI systems that could create songs by legendary artists who died at just 27 years old after battling mental health issues for a long time. We're talking about Kurt Cobain from Nirvana, Jim Morrison from The Doors, Jimi Hendrix, and Amy Winehouse, all recomposed with a free AI generator called Google Magenta Studio. The only real trait about these recordings was the vocals. They didn't come from musicians but cover bands who specialized in their idols through the help of AI. They created melodies with digital instruments controlled by AI. They were indeed not the first resurrective music AI project, as there had already been music in the style of Beethoven, Bach, and even the Beatles. Another use case for AI music that many people forget about is democratizing music production. The music industry is infamous for its gatekeeping and barriers to people of color, people with disabilities, or those not born into wealth. AI music generating technology can be an excellent way for people with disabilities or without the resources to create music themselves to do so. Imagine an eye harp that can be controlled with eye movement alone. Guess what? It already exists. We're talking about the iHarp, the first musical instrument allowing people with disabilities to play music with head movements. When combined with AI in the future, this will also allow them to create songs from scratch. The US Department of Copyright statement. There is one issue where humans have the edge over AI-generated music, and that's copyright. Creators of any form of music are protected by music copyright. This ensures composers, recording artists, and other music producers are rightfully paid for their work. But how do you do that with a machine? AI systems don't have any rights, and thus they can't be paid royalties or profits from their music. While AI and copyright ethics are a can of worms we wouldn't want to open, the US Department of Copyright has already stated what it thinks about that. And this also means musicians using AI might not get compensated if their work involves a lot of AI. Thus, even someone who slightly edited an AI-generated song won't be able to claim royalties from it. The limits of AI music. AI can already replicate the sound of any artist. It can write songs for us, anything as diverse as electronic dance music, soft rock, and country. But as with all current large language models, AI music cannot create something out of nothing. More specifically, AI music generators can't create music without replicating existing datasets from human musicians. On top of that, AI music generators are only as brilliant as the human prompt engineers who direct them. We all know music involves a lot of trial and error, so creating songs out of complete AI prompts is more complex than writing a book. Since music AIs also lack the free will to evaluate music by taste, it'll be hard for any AI to create music on its own without a lot of human direction. It will still need someone who knows what type of music combinations and riffs work to create meaningful music. A prompt engineer might create a good-sounding riff with AI out of trial and error, but it won't be at the same level as a music producer who knows what works and what doesn't in the world of music. Thus, AI music will complement musicians, at least for now. In the end, AI music technology can do amazing things, but it's still just in its infancy. We might be listening to the first completely AI-generated symphony in 5 years.